Okay, guys. My name is Heather Bethany. I'm a partner with the Juice Plus company. And tonight we have Debbie O'Connell, who's going to share with us about how to help manage stress by simply changing your mindset. She is a leadership expert through personal experience and extensive training. A lifelong athlete, she excelled in, can't read this. Here we go. She excelled, and captained most of the teams on which she competed, including as a lady topper for Western Kentucky University, where she competed in the Final Four. The leadership skills, teamwork, adversity, and success she experienced through athletics lead made her a natural leader in the position of head golf professional for over 15 years. With a desire to make a positive impact outside the country club, Debbie became an entrepreneur, opening Golf Positive LLC in 2013 and Live Positive LLC in 2017. Under Live Positive, Debbie is a professional speaker who has empowered and inspired employees from companies such as Morgan Stanley, CME Group, EY, Envigo, Constellation, and more. Besides keynote speaking, she offers corporate leadership training, positive culture development, and executive leadership training. She also conducts her own life transformational events to shift people into living confidently, positively, and achieving their dreams. Designs online programs to instill confidence in a positive lifestyle and is a life coach. Through Golf Positive, Debbie runs corporate golf outings where she combines her skills as the keynote speaker for companies including Deutsche Bank, CME Group, EY, Bank of America, and Morgan Stanley. She also runs group clinics, corporate team building through golf, and teaches strategies to use golf for business. Debbie also offers group and private golf lessons. She is certified in John Maxwell speaking, training, coaching, strategic intervention, life coaching, master certified in linguistic programming, neuro-linguistic coaching, timeline therapy, hypnosis, Reiki 2, and DISC personality assessment. She has attended Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within training 2 times, Date with Destiny, and co-hosted an empowering golf day in conjunction with Tony Robbins' UPW program. Debbie holds a degree in psychology with minors in business and broadcasting from Western Kentucky University. Her awards include Community Change Maker by the Women's Rights Information Center, LPGA National Professional of the Year, the inaugural Nancy Lopez Golf Achievement Award, LPGA Top 50 Teachers, Golf Digest Top 50 Women Teachers, NE Section Junior Leader of the Year, and NE Section Teacher of the Year. Wow. I mean, I knew she was amazing, but wow. So I've actually gotten to experience her coaching, and it has made a difference in my life and how I'm able to manage stress. So I cannot wait for her to share with us. And I hope everyone enjoys Debbie.
Well, thank you so much, Heather, for that, the great introduction. That means the world to me. And I'm so excited to be here because I have a passion and purpose to share all the great knowledge I've gained through my life experience and all the courses I've taken. So thank you all for being here. And this is about you tonight. And it's about helping you shift something in your mindset so that you can live with more calm, more peace. Who here would love to have a little more calm and peace in their lives and feeling that less stress? Because that's what when I talked to Heather, I said, how can I help them the most? She said, help us lower our stress level. Have you noticed that when you're in a happy, positive mood and you're just, things are just going well, you're excited, you're laughing, you're having fun, that the world just seems like a better place? Anybody Anybody notice that? Like, and things roll off your shoulder, right? So, you're in this great mood and you're in the peak state of mind. And maybe you spill a little coffee on your shirt. And then you're like, that's okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted to wear the shirt anyway. You just go change and come back. Where if you were in more of a negative state of mind, you're like, what else is going to go wrong today? Right. And then it's just piled on. And then everything you look at, it just gets worse and worse. And everything gets wrong. And we have a tendency to stack all the negatives then. It's not just the one thing, it's everything's going. Anybody ever make that comment? Everything's going wrong today. Everything. And that's what you end up seeing. And now we almost create it because your brain's like, oh, everything's going wrong. Let's look for more wrong things in our lives. So what we want to do tonight is switch you from that kind of mindset where you feel stressed. Who wants to get rid of stress and anxiety? Right? Do you feel like if we help you get rid of stress and anxiety, you could perform better in all of your tasks? That without that stress, you think better, don't you? The answers come easier. You're probably more creative. You're more courageous if you're in a confident state of mind, aren't you? To make those phone calls, to reach out to people, whether it's your current customers or new prospects or someone whom you haven't talked with yet. And they're a customer in a downline or someone who's starting to build the business and you want to get to know them a little bit. So you'll have that courage to lift them up and actually make the call. Anybody here ever avoid making phone calls like you intend to, and then you're like, yeah, well, I don't, maybe later. I don't want to call them now, or something happens to come up. So I had a limiting belief for a long time that I wasn't smart enough. And many years ago, after the Tony Robbins UPW, I made a goal to write a book. So I would get set, I'd have it on my calendar. I'm going to write my book today. And that the time would be blocked off. And it seemed like I'd sit down, I'd be on the computer, and then I'd be thirsty. And so I'd go get something to drink. And then when I was there, I was like, well, I'm a little hungry too. I might as well grab something to eat. And then I'd see something, and then I'd start doing something else. And before we knew it, the time I was going to spend on my book was gone. And I hardly did anything. And this was happening over and over. And then the one day came when I was cleaning the junk drawer. Now, if you're cleaning the junk drawer, instead of writing the book, which is on the calendar, there's something going on. And I can remember the moment I was looking down and I'm cleaning it out. And all of a sudden I woke up. It's like, I am cleaning the junk drawer in the middle of the day when my plan was to write my book. I said, something's going on. And I realized, because I always had, I had a business coach and a life coach at the time. And I reached out to, she was both. I reached out to her and I said, something's going on here. I think I'm really avoiding writing my book and I don't understand why. And when we dug deep, I realized I had this limiting belief that I wasn't smart enough. And your brain is always trying to protect you. So when it believes you're not smart enough, it's saying, don't write a book. Everyone will know you're stupid. So it was going to bother me, make me thirsty, make me hungry, do anything, distract me. So why would it write the book? Because it was protecting me from putting this book out there and people reading it and saying, she's not very smart, is she? So our brains are amazing and they're trying to protect you all the time. And sometimes that gets in the way of what you want to do consciously. You have a goal. I'm going to reach out to all these people today. And then something says, nah, you don't have the confidence, or you don't think you're going to be respected, or some old limiting belief that no one will listen to me. I'm never heard. I'm not seen. Whatever might have happened, we're all free from that. It's not none of those are you. So what happens is your brain's trying to protect you and all of a sudden you can't do something. So what I'm going to share with you tonight is I've shared this with people in corporate America. A lot of executives go through stress. So I'm going to help you reframe this consciously. So consciously, you will be able to, in the moment, change your state. Do you think that would be helpful to you? Raise your hands or write in the chat. Yes. Do you think it would be helpful if you could change how you feel in an instant and change your state? and go from maybe stressed and anxious over here to like confident and positive and in a more happy mood? You think that would serve you well if you had that power over yourself? Good, good. So 100% says Heather, says Feather in the chat. Okay, so here we go. So I love acronyms. So, and it was because I did struggle in school. And so acronyms would help me remember things. So I wanted to create one that I think people will remember, and maybe it will make me sound intelligent. So this is what I came up with. I came up with BLAB. All right, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. It doesn't make me sound very intelligent, but I think you might remember it. BLAB, BLAB, BLAB. BLAB will be what can change your life when you implement this. And it has changed lives of teenage girls, because I started this program called the LPGA Leadership Academy. In 2 days, we transform them and we teach them BLAB, and then they can create confidence. Because we all know teenage girls. Anybody remember when they were a teenage girl? I know maybe teenage guys, when you didn't feel so confident. That was me way back then. I wish I knew BLAB back then. And from there all the way to my little junior golfers, to executives in corporate America, men and women, and even the CEOs, learn this and they start to implement it, and it works. And it helps them to be in the positive state of mind, feel confident, and be able to take action. So the B in BLAB, the first B, is body. So we're going to use your body in such a way that it shifts your emotions. Everybody understands body language, right? We understand body language. So if I was like this, right in the chat, what kind of emotion would you figure I'm feeling? If I'm down like this and I'm talking kind of low, my head's down, what would you think in the chat? What does it look like to you? Anybody? If you saw someone and that's the way they looked, shoulders rounded, sad, depressed, yeah, right? You just look at someone and be like, wow. And then if they talk to you, they talk slowly, a little low. Exactly. So what about this one? And this is the one we're tackling tonight. I don't know what it is about the grabbing of the head, but what's that one? You're like, everybody's going like this, and maybe like this, stressed out. Exactly. Stressful. Like, that we know body language. The key for you to understand is the opposite is also true. Our body reacts to our emotions. Also, our emotions will react to our body. So if you want to feel this way, what's this one? Confident, right? If you notice, my necklace is Wonder Woman. So I'm always reminding myself to be my own superhero. Be your own superhero. So Superman, Wonder Woman, or whoever your superhero is, be your own superhero. So when you stand, literally, and if you would join me, you'll actually notice the shift. If you want to stand, or if you don't want to stand, you want to sit, get your shoulders back, get your chest up, get your chin up. So we're going to use our body. So standing confidently for 2 minutes, your hormones literally start to shift. Your testosterone goes up. That's the confident hormone. And here's what we all were asking for tonight. The cortisol goes down. That is your stress hormone. Cortisol will go down. Testosterone up, cortisol down. That's exactly, we could stop there and you already have shifted neurochemicals in your body. Now we're going to add a smile. So everybody smile right now for a second. Put a smile. I want to see some teeth. I get to see some of you. Got to see some teeth. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. I love it. When you just smiled, you released your own happy drugs, right? Who felt that? When you put a smile on your face, all of a sudden it was like, wow, I feel a little happier right now. So when you put a smile on your face, you literally release serotonin and dopamine. They are neurochemicals that are your happy drugs. They literally make you feel happier. So now we've got testosterone up, we've got serotonin going, dopamine. You're standing in this confident state and you're shifting your feelings, because that will influence your emotions. The other one I encourage you to do is to exercise of some kind. It doesn't matter what it is. It almost doesn't matter. I mean, 30 minutes a day is what they say for your heart health. But if you even did a 10-minute brisk walk, so say you had a plan and you had a project to do, or you were going to do your details and your numbers and your bookkeeping, and that's not your favorite thing to do. We want to shift your state. I encourage you to do, even if it's 10 minutes, brisk walk up and down stairs a little bit, even jump up and down, do something that helps to get more of those positive chemicals, epinephrine, norepinephrine. These are all neurochemicals that help you focus. A lot of CEOs shared that they started doing triathlons, and especially if they had ADHD, ADD, ADHD, if they had that, exercise would help them focus for a period of time that was longer than if they didn't exercise. So consider that. They were like, go for a bike ride in the morning, maybe at lunch, go for a swim or go for a run when they got home. And all of a sudden their brain chemicals were helping them to excel at work. So get some kind of exercise. This is all using your body. Now I'm going to give you one more, because you just said, if I could just change how I feel in an instant, holy cow, my whole life would get better. So I want you to come up with a move. And what I mean by a move, it's a move of celebration that's going to be fast and quick. Like you've seen athletes on TV, right? If you ever watch golf, Tiger Woods is this one. It's like, boom, yes. And then some do, Serena Williams too. I've seen her do this after a big point in tennis, like this, or a quick something. Mine happens to be 2 hands, boom, 2 hands, because I figure I have these Wonder Woman cuffs on, whether they're really on or I can imagine them on. I'm going to block any negative and I'm going to make this powerful move. And I want you to remember this, so that you are your own superhero. You are, and say that, I am a superhero. I am my own superhero. There's one more. We can't forget this part. So this is how you create confidence. You throw on a cape. So this is what we're going to do. So you can change how you feel in an instant. This is how we're going to do this. You're going to come up with a move. Okay. But now here's what I want you to do. I want you to picture a time in your life that you were so happy, that everything was clicking. You were elated. You had so much energy. Everything was amazing in this world. I want you to picture that moment. You can close your eyes and picture it. I want you to see it. And I want you to step into that moment. Like, feel what you were feeling at the time. See what you were seeing. Hear what you were hearing. Go to that moment right now. And if I don't see a smile on your face, you're not imagining it, or it wasn't that great a moment. I don't know. It's one or the other. But if you're picturing this, so do this with me. Do this with it doesn't matter if you think, who's this crazy woman who wears a superhero costume? Doesn't matter to me. I want to help you tonight. And here's how you do this. Everybody, picture the moment. Everybody had to have some moments in their lives where everything was just incredible. Put a smile on your face. I want to see you smile. You should be smiling, because I want you to feel what you were feeling, and see what you were seeing. And then what I want you to do is make your move. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, make your move. And you're going to say yes, because we're going to say yes to yourself. 1, 2, 3, make your move. Yes. All right. Those of you on camera, I want to see your move. Put that smile. Imagine that moment. Live it. Say yes and make your move. Yes. Do it again. Make your move. Yes. All right. Now I'm going to put some music on, because music has a tendency to get people in a good mood. All right. There we go. Clap it out. Clap it out. Let's go. Can you hear it all right? Clap it out. Dance it out. Get your energy up. Energy up. Yeah. Let's go. Awesome. Awesome. When I say make your move, you're saying yes. You're saying yes to yourself. You're saying yes to your business. Yes to your career. Yes to you being a superhero. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Make your move. Yes. Make your move. Yes. Make your move. Yes. Make your move. Yes. Awesome. Let's go. Clap it out. Clap it out. Yes. Terrific. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Make your move. Yes. Make your move. Yes. Fantastic. Woo! That's all. Let's go. I have a playlist. Called Live with Passion. So if I want to get my mood up, I make my move, I put a smile, I might stand like Wonder Woman, I'll put positive music on, and all of a sudden I change my state. You have the power. So everybody say this. I can change how I feel in an instant. Say that to yourself or out loud. I can change how I feel in an instant. Yes. How we're going to do that is make your move. Yes. Make your move. Yes. So when you're in this state, and this is called neuro-linguistic program, we are programming this move with your body to match your emotions. So I've done that so often. As soon as I make my move, I am in peak state. So every time you are in a happy, positive state, make your move, and you'll make it stronger and stronger and stronger. So then when you need it, something happened in the morning, you found out we're free from this. Someone who was really doing great in the business decided not to do it. We're free from that. But now you want to inspire everybody else. You're about to go on live because you're with everybody, and you have to change your state. So now you just go, yes, and it'll shift you into that positive state. So we have all of these ways to just use your body. First is be that superhero. Use the power pose. So anytime before I speak, when I'm waiting to be introduced, I'm standing there and I have a smile on my face and I'm standing confidently. Now I've already been in a corner or jumping up and down, doing this and making my move and making my move. Then when I'm in the room, I'm standing there. I remember one time I was the opening speaker for this huge conference. And I went over and I thought I was pretty hidden. I'm jumping up and down and I'm making my move like I've got this. And I have this mantra I say and I'm saying it. And I look over, there's like 4 or 5 people who are in the conference and they're all standing there looking at me. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm your speaker. But it was important for me to deliver my best. So I wanted to make sure I was in peak state. You have that power for you. Everybody's brain is functionally the same. We all just have different neural connections and we have different habits. We have different behaviors. We have different thoughts. All of this works for everyone. So you use your body with the smile and make your move, and you can change how you feel in that instant. And then add some exercise into your day and look out. And that's just the B. I mean, who feels pretty empowered now? And that's just the first letter, right? I mean, if you were stressed before the call and you've done what I've said, what I've been doing with you, you already feel differently. So the L is language. Watch your language, people. And I don't just mean those 4-letter words. Watch your language. So how many times do we find ourselves putting ourselves down or saying, I'm so stressed. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. Look at this. I got all this to do today. Years ago, there was a time I was doing that to myself. I had so much going on and I kept saying, oh, I was overwhelmed. And then I finally decided, I don't like how I feel when I say that. I mean, it made me feel worse. It made me feel more stressed. It made me feel like I had this weight on top. I'm overwhelmed with all this stress. So I changed it. And I changed it to, I'm in demand. And that's how I say it. So when I'm feeling that, I'm just like, I'm in demand. And I lower my voice. So it sounds different. It makes me smile. It pops me out of that overwhelmed stress state. So your language. Everybody try that for a second. Everybody put your hands on your hips, shoulder up, and just lower your voice and say, I'm in demand. I wish I could hear y'all. I wish I could hear it. Isn't that, you know what's so cool? Even if you feel silly, it will pop you out of a negative state. We just need to interrupt your old pattern. So it's old bad patterns that what we used to do is have a negative, feel the stress, and then find more things to be stressed about and stack. And then I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got this, and you got this heavy load. No wonder we get stressed, because that's what we then focus on. Instead, so we get that one thing, and then we switch it. We go, I'm in demand. And all of a sudden it pops us out of the state. And we're like, all right, I got this. Let me just do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. If I do one thing at a time, I can get that one thing done. What's the one most important thing I can do right now? And then get that done. And then I'll tackle the next one instead of piling. Does that make sense? So we're going to stop doing it. I'm so popular. That's awesome, Randy. Yes. Makes you feel good, right? Yes. Here's another one to shift. Anybody get frustrated? We're going to change that to another F word. We're going to say, instead of being, this is so fascinating. This is just fascinating. Holy cow. I am so in demand. It's fascinating. So it's just bad. I'm in traffic, and it's all of a sudden, I was like, I can't believe all this traffic. Wow, it's fascinating. I've never been this many cars on the road. Fascinating. We're on a highway, but we should be going 55, 60, 70 miles an hour. How does everybody just stop out here? That's fascinating. A person who is used to frustrate you. Wow, they're fascinating. And how about this one? Instead of any kind of failure, it's just feedback, or it's a learning experience. That's what I say. I either learn or I succeed. There's none of the other. Failure, first attempt in learning, if it's something new for you, or failure is feedback. It's all on how we look at things. It's all our perspective, isn't it? So instead of that, I don't even use the word. I say, I got some learnings, I got some feedback, and I learned something. So if I learn something, I can grow and be better because of it. Your husband does not know that F word. The fascinating one. That's good, Randy. I love that. All right. So if we switch some of those words, if there's a word that it's just not serving you, find another word. Like even one, instead of something being terrible, what if someone asks you, hey, what do you think of my new outfit? And you really think it's terrible. They walk up and what do you think? And that's interesting. It could be interesting. Oh, wow, that's so interesting. Instead of saying something's terrible. Like, get curious in life. Life, gosh, life is short, isn't it? And here's the way I approach life. You are all caring people. You are in a business that helps people. It helps them with their health, helps them with their energy. It helps them to then some people who are building the business. It helps you to help people achieve their goals. And some people, you're like rescuing them in some ways, right? You've seen the transformations. So what an exciting thing for you to do. So you're all caring people. I can tell just because you're here and you care and you want more and you want to, do more for yourself, probably more for your family, more for others. So because you have a heart and you care, we're going to go through hard times in life. We're going to go through sad times. People we love will get sick. We're free from this right now. Hopefully everyone's doing great in your world. But it will happen, right? People we love who will pass on. So we know that we can't really avoid that stuff, especially if we're loving, caring people. So why would we make something like traffic ruin our day? Or spilling something on a shirt? Or having all this stuff to do that means we're in demand? Because being in demand is actually a good thing, isn't it? That means your family's calling you because they love you, they need you, they want to hear your voice, or they want your advice, or they need your support. They're people, you have friends because you're a great person and they want to do things with you. You have this business, right? And it's such an opportunity. And then you have all these customers. So how can we look at life, right? I always try to be positive. Now they have new words to use. Continue to be positive. Yes, Carmen. Awesome. 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 So make your life what you want your life to be. If you want to live a happy, positive life and succeed and achieve your dreams, take charge of your emotional state. Interrupt when you're going the other way. Shift some words. Now, it doesn't mean that we never feel those other things. It means you have the option to shift out of it, because we're still human beings with emotions. The other part of L is to ask positive leading questions. Instead of, why is my business not growing? How come this leg is not as strong as I want it to be? How come I don't have more customers? Or why aren't these customers ordering more? Instead of asking those kinds of questions, ask, how can I? Because your brain is always trying to answer you. It's listening all the time. That's why your words you say are important. And then it's going to answer your questions. So if you go to sleep thinking, all right, how can I grow my business more? What are some great ideas? Who do I need to contact next? Where do I need to learn? How can I get the coaching I need to take myself to the next level? Amanda asked herself that, Amanda Kochi. And she was in the business for like 12 years, and she knew she could be national marketing director, but something was in the way. So she started coaching with me. And within 2 years, we got her to national marketing director. And it was the mindset shift that needed to happen for her. So ask those positive leading questions. The good news is that the A and the B that we have left are really quick. So everybody have it so far, right? We've got body, power posing, smile on your face, make your move, get some exercise in your schedule. Language, interrupt the old word that made you feel negative, interrupt old patterns of being self-critical, interrupt it with changing the way, well, I'm just in demand, right? This is fascinating. And if your inner critic is like, well, you're not smart enough to do that, go, that's what you think. I'm in demand and I am a superhero. I'm gonna make this happen. You with me? And then take action, then take an action. So the A is appreciation. You cannot be stressed and thankful at the same time. So if you're feeling stressed out, pause and go to gratitude. Now, the way to really go to gratitude is stand like this, put a smile on your face, and think about what you're thankful for. Because they've done all the tests with our brains. They know the part of your brain that lights up when you're stressed. They know the part that lights up when you're in gratitude and you're calm and positive and happy. And literally, they get someone in a stressful situation, and then they say, well, start thinking about things you're thankful for. Really feel them in your heart. What do you appreciate in life? And all of a sudden, this would dim and this would go up. They couldn't both be lit. So you cannot be thankful and appreciative and stressed at the same time. So you just go to gratitude. And gratitude can be every morning when I wake up, I start with, what am I thankful for? That's how I start my day. So I am taking charge of my day right when my eyes open. And I think about the people whom I love and people who love me. And then I get into I'm so thankful I can see, that I can walk, that I can talk, that I have a voice. I'm thankful. One time I got thankful for chairs. I'm like, chairs are so cool. We sit and we have a meal together. I can sit in an airplane in this chair and fly across the country or across the ocean. I got into chairs for something, like the little things. What can you be thankful for? You won't be stressed. Can't happen. And then the final one is breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So right now, everybody put your hand in your belly. Does it count if you compare and feel gratitude because your life is better than others? Any gratitude is great gratitude. And this is where the coaching comes in. And what I would want to know in coaching is what's important to you about comparing yourself. So I would want to go deeper. I would want to go deeper on that and find out what's important about that. And then how would it be a problem if you compared yourself with someone and you weren't doing as well as them? like what comes up then, right? But I would say, if you're saying, people in other countries who don't even have clean water, can you go, wow, I am so blessed that I'm here in the United States of America where we have clean water. So yes, keeping life in perspective, sure. If it's just comparing that's what you meant. That's what you meant. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Like I feel blessed every morning. I have both my parents. I'm 55 years old and I have both my parents. And I know a lot of people don't, so yeah, if it's in that way, and I think that's more keeping life in perspective, not like a comparing thing. I think that's understanding what life could be and understanding what you have, and then being really grateful. Oh my God. Oh, good for you, Randy. Phenomenal. So breathe. So everybody, hand on your belly. I want you to take a deep belly breath in, meaning you're not just breathing up here. If I go like this, I'll stress myself out. Short breaths here. If you want to get stressed, do that one. So we want to do the opposite. We want to go deeper. So your belly comes out as you breathe in. So everybody breathe in, belly out, and then breathe out, belly in. Do that again. Breathe in and breathe out. There are all kind of breathing techniques, but I remember I had an Apple Watch one time, and it would all of a sudden I'd feel it buzz and it'd say, "It's time to breathe." And I would go, "Oh, okay." And I'd stop, and it'd be a minute where I would just breathe. And boy, did that help. So that lowers stress. Gratitude lowers stress. Positive thoughts lower stress. Your thoughts influence your emotions. Everybody write that down. That is so powerful. Your thoughts will influence your emotions. So if you want more positive emotions, have more positive thoughts. And using your body lowers stress. So every part of Blab will lower your stress, and it will actually increase confidence, increase joy and happiness, and all those good positive, give you an inner calm when you breathe. But there's all kind of breathing. You could do box breathing where it's 4 counts in, 4 counts hold, 4 counts breathe out, 4 counts hold, or just a deep breath, hold for a moment and then breathe out, or just the deep breathing in and out. All of that will serve you and support you. So if you have a question, put it in the chat. But Blab is the main thing I wanted to share with you. We also, it's a blessing for me to be here. Thank you, Feather. We also, Feather is involved, and so is Lauren. We do a group call. So if anybody is interested in more of this, more of conscious mind shifts, as well as we get to go deeper sometime to figure out what's the root cause, like where is this thinking from, where is this coming, and then shift the way you see things, or shift the unconscious belief. And in a coaching call, we can help you make a different shift there on a little deeper level. We talk today, we were talking about, phone calls and how to make phone calls, and the best way to do that in a sales kind of way, but in a comfortable way with scripts. I know Juice Plus offers a lot of things for you. We really focus on mindset, and that's weekly. Feather can give you some information about that. But I love it. I love to share. I love to teach. I love to help people achieve their goals. And I know you can go from there to here, and everybody make your move and say, yes, yes. Awesome. Right now, you're already having somewhat programmed, because as soon as you're making it, I'm actually seeing the smiles for people who are on video. I'm seeing the shift in your body when you do that. So who's in charge of how you feel? Yes. Say the whole sentence now. I'm in charge of how I feel. Yes. And if you want to say yes to, more of this kind of coaching, talk to Feather and she'll get you my contact information, and we can get you in that group as well. And it's just going to help you grow faster. The quicker you change your mind, change your life, change your mind, change your business. We get you from here to over here. Say, yes, you've got this. So that's it for me. Everybody's got Blab, and be your own superhero. Have an awesome night. Wishing you all the best in your business, and I hope I get to see you all again.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much, Debbie. This was so great. And since we're kind of running over on time, if anyone has any questions that we're here on Zoom or on the Facebook live, just if you're on Facebook, leave the question in the comments and we'll get it to Debbie and she can get you an answer. If you're on Zoom, you can reach out to me on Facebook and on Facebook Messenger if you don't have a direct contact with me. And then we can always get that info to you. So, again, thank you so much, Debbie. My apologies for the technical difficulties.
It's all good. Everything's, hey, it's life,
worked
right?
out.
We are not perfect beings. And that's what we
No.
also know too. You know, we're not perfect beings. We got to roll with life. We got to laugh at ourselves and just enjoy life because it's certainly a gift, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Again, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you to
welcome.
everyone that hopped on and hung out with us for a little bit tonight. And like Debbie said, if you have any questions, you want more information, just reach out to me, or Amanda Dunlap can also help you out as well. So hope everyone has a great evening and a great week and we will see y'all next Thursday.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.